back to pack 4 of build Agora Optimus Prime. So we're doing the upper right arm, so we're going to start out with a smokestack, parts TR 4-12 and 13, and we're going to attach those together with two 2x4mm PB screws. Okay, and with that done, then we're going to bring in part TR-4-44. That is the tip of the smokestack, and the instructions say put some glue on the tip and then slide it on. So I'm just doing a test fit. I don't like how it's going to fit, so I'm going to dot some glue. Now, instead of heavy on the glue, what I'm doing is just little dots, and I'm going to do that all the way around. And the reason for this is I don't want the glue to hit the bottom and then to overflow around the edges of it. Perfect. Now, it did overflow a little bit on the one side, and I cleaned that up after the fact. Okay, so then next we're going to bring in part TR-4-15. As you can see, it's got the 2 pegs that'll just sit on the keyhole shape like so. So what I'm doing is putting some glue on the pegs themselves. I was putting on the sides, but then I realized they've got to go on the actual flat of the peg. And then we're just going to insert it. And there we go. Again, no glue overflow, and we're good to go. So then next we need part TR-4-43, which will be the outside of the smokestack, and we're just going to slide it on, but we got to make sure to line up that little slot with the corresponding slot on 4-43. Alright, now I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to screw this up a bit, so we're going to jump ahead till after I have it seated how I want it. Okay, and so once that's seated the way you want it, and you're happy with it, then we're going to bring in part 4-28. Now, if you remember in my last pack, my smokestack actually fell off of this. Now I actually don't glue it in the video. I'm actually going to wait till I build the rest of the arm, so if it falls, so I can glue it on after finishing the arm, so I won't risk breaking it off again. So that's just going to insert like so. It's going to line up as you see with the shorter gap on top. And then we're going to bring in part TR-4-02. Okay, so then we're going to part 4-32, this little silver piece. And the silver piece is just a push to fit. Now the instructions don't say the alignment matters, but I found it fit the other way better than it did in this orientation. So, whatever. So then we're going to bring in our smokestack, and then we're going to mount that to the side panel with a 2.3 by 6mm PB screw. With that done, we're going to set that assembly aside, and we're going to 4 TR-4-47s part 4-16 4 PM 3x8 PM bolts, 4 of these small washers, and then 4 of the large washers. The small washers are 4-48 and the large are 4-49. Okay, so we've done this before, so this isn't going to be groundbreaking. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our life a little easier, and we're going to go ahead and prep. So on the 3x8 PM bolts, we're going to drop the small washer, then the big washer. And we're going to do that on all 4 of them, and I'm just going to fast forward the prep. Okay, so what we're going to do here is our bolts are going to drop that direction through part 4-16, and then we're going to thread part 4-47 onto it like so. Now, I'm just doing this for convenience, and then I'm going to fast forward the other 3. Okay, and so now that we've got them all attached, we're going to take our Allen key and we're going to tighten these bolts down as much as they want. And the instructions literally say fasten each one very tight. Okay, and now that they're all reasonably tight, we're going to bring in part 4-22. 4 of the PM 3x8 bolts, 4 small washers 4-48, and 4 large washers 4-49. So then this is a fairly simple one, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to jump ahead because I'm not going to make you watch me prep doing these again. So we're going to take our assembly and drop that into 4-22. Now it can only really fit in 2 ways, and it doesn't matter which one. And then we're going to secure that down with our 4 bolts. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to thread the bolt and tighten it with my fingers until it's holding itself in. Now this one I'm just tightening down as much as I can with my bare fingers, and then we're going to fast forward the rest. I also am fast forwarding me tightening everything down with the Allen key because I figure you don't need to see this again. So then next we're going to need 4 3x6 PM bolts, 4 of the small washers, and then we're going to need part 4-45, the large silver joint. So then we're going to mount all this together. Now, the instructions make a note that you need to make sure the center of the joint is in a specific orientation. That there's there's a round and a flat part of the central section. So we're going to jump ahead because I have to double check my orientation. Okay, and we're back, and I'm just finishing tightening up the last of these bolts. And again, the instructions say you want them to be reasonably tight. And I think this is a good stopping point. Thanks for watching. Check out my fantasy story on Fiction Press. See you for the next one.